So the first thing we'd like to do is we want to see what you guys have already done as far as taking grades, because we're already halfway through the year, so you've gotten grades from somewhere. So what we like to do is just do a quick jot note, incorporating our fun Kagan strategies, right? So you've got sticky notes on your desks, and there's a couple pencils flying around if you need a pencil or something. Basically, just write down what are some things you've used to actually put into the grade book for writing. It can be anything about from being a writer or anything else that you've used. After we do the jot notes, we're going to share what we have. Caitlin and I are going to share some other ideas that you might not have thought of, and then have you guys do a quick brainstorming, and then we'll be out of here. Okay? So please take the next, maybe just 2 or 3 minutes. Jot down what you guys have already used to take grades, slap them on the paper, and we'll discuss. Questions? All right, go for it.
You know what? You just need to go find a sub now, because you're not going to make it.
Wait for productivity grade. Like whether they get it or not. Oh, this is proving that we're doing that better.
Go practice book page.
I write Sorry.
Okay.
I was just looking at that. I didn't find out either. I was just in here.
Okay, the next step that we'd like to do, forget everybody's attention again. The next thing we'd like to do is just kind of have you guys share some of these in just a minute. Caitlin and I would also like to share some things that we've done as well. Just to kind of give you guys different ideas. And then after this, we'll have you guys on your chart paper use the markers and just generate maybe different ideas that you didn't, maybe have before. Like we said, the goal of this is to have you guys have separate, a lot of different resources that you can pull from to get grades. So, is there any grade level that would like to go first and share some ideas that they had? Okay. Okay. So you pull a lot from journaling?
Yes.
Okay.
We do a lot with making rubrics, like if we do the making a book, the published it out, or just their final drafts.
Okay. So making rubrics.
Rubrics. I know first and second grade has them. That aligns with the Common Core that we did at the report card training that we went to last year. So I know we've been pulling from that, and it kind of gives you an idea of where they fall as far as we broke it into categories: beginning, emerging, partial mastery, and mastery. And you kind of see where they fall. And it aligns too with the report card because it lets you know each quarter where they're at, whether they're at mastery, if they're progressing, or insufficient progress. So it kind of correlates really well with the report card. I know that's kind of what we use. Conferencing is a big thing, and I know in kindergarten we also use, like first, and I'm sure second does, the writing journals that we pull for grades.
Yeah. And, the thing that we mentioned, don't be afraid to pull writing and language arts grades from across the curriculum. Don't be afraid to go into science and have them do something that might relate to it, and take a double grade on it. Get a science grade and get a language arts grade out of it. Don't be afraid to do that. Yes, this is a scripted, unit, and yes, you're going through and teaching the kids different things, and you have these rubrics, but at the same time, you might want to supplement using other curriculum. Like Ellen said, I'm sorry.
Just did everybody sign this? Because I don't want.
And like Ellen said, we know there's not a lot with grammar in this, so you might have to pull some resources, go online and find something. I know in 5th grade and I believe in 4th grade, we have the old-fashioned grammar books, so if you find that there's something that they're struggling in, pull that out, do a grammar lesson, and there's a grade for you. One of the things, I did for a grade is I just took one of the actual rubrics in the book, and I just conferenced with the kids. I called them all over, I made it into a rubric, and I just said, okay, give me your writing so far. And on this one, for instance, it said, do they include sensory details in their writing? So I pulled them over and I said, show me where you have sensory details. So they go, Oh, I have right here where I said I tasted the cold sweet ice cream. You know, great, okay, move along. So all in all, getting all my kids in here took me only about, I would say 45 minutes. Get them over real quick, show me where this is, show me where this is, boom, 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 there's a grade. You know, don't try to make it tougher than it is. You know, you don't have to collect everything and pour through it at night. Just call them over and conference with them. And your conferencing, I know in there, it wants you to go through conferencing for a certain period of time. But you can do a real quick conference, do something like that, and get a grade. You can also, like a lot of you have already said, make your own rubrics. I'm sorry, I don't know how to work this here. So like here's one that we did. In science class, we have different questions out of the book that we use. And what we've done is we've taken some of those questions, reworked them as sort of a Common Core style question where they have to cite evidence from the text. So what we have the kids do is write those questions out, turn them in, we get a science grade on it, and we're also doing a language arts grade. And this is a very, very basic one that has things like complete sentences and marks, capitals, things like that. Okay? All right. So